We wake up to the chime of an alarm on our phone. We scroll. We respond. We check. Even before our feet touch the ground, we're plugged in, connected, online. By the time we leave the house, we've consumed more information than a 19th century farmer would in a month. And that's just breakfast. But here's the question. What does this constant state of connection cost us? Not in data plans, not in battery life, but in being. Because something happens, something deep and silent, when we never unplug. Let's talk about that. In ancient philosophy, silence wasn't empty. It was sacred. The Stoics practiced inner stillness. Buddhists sought the quiet mind. Even Christian mystics withdrew into the desert, not to escape life, but to meet it fully. They understood something we've forgotten. To be always available to the world is to become unavailable to yourself. We live in an age where presence has been hijacked. Every ping pulls us away. Every notification fractures our attention. You're replying to a message, but you're thinking about the email, while also half watching a video. This isn't multitasking. It's a slow spiritual erosion. There's a term in psychology called continuous partial attention. It's not full focus, and it's not true distraction. It's a state in between, where your mind is never truly engaged, but also never truly at rest. Think of it like keeping a browser open with 50 tabs, each one loading, each one draining energy, but none bringing clarity. You feel busy, but you're not necessarily productive. You feel connected, but you're not necessarily close. And over time, this low-grade stimulation begins to rewire the nervous system. Rest starts to feel boring. Silence feels awkward. Solitude feels wrong. But they're not. We just forgot how to sit with them. The philosopher Byung-Chul Han said, "The complaint of the modern soul is not repression, it's exhaustion. We are not being forced to do too little. We are choosing to do too much." Even leisure has become performance. Reading a book is a content opportunity. A walk in nature is an Instagram moment. Dinner is a backdrop for stories, reels, updates. We're not resting. We're curating, not reflecting, just broadcasting. Even when we stop working, we don't truly stop. And when you never stop, you forget how to listen to the quiet voice inside you, the one that doesn't shout, the one that whispers. Unplugging isn't about throwing away technology. It's about reclaiming your time. It's about asking, who am I when no one is watching? What do I truly think when I'm not reacting? What do I truly feel when I'm not scrolling through someone else's life? There's a stillness under the noise, but to reach it, you have to disconnect from the world long enough to reconnect with yourself. There's something radical in doing nothing, in watching the sun move slowly across the wall, in hearing the soft hum of your own breath, in walking without headphones, in waiting, without reaching for your phone. These aren't wasted moments. They're where your soul stretches, where ideas are born, where healing begins. Because when you are always on, you never have time to go in. And that's where the real answers live. Not in the feed, not in the noise, not in the next click, but in that sacred space between thoughts, the one we used to call presence. So what happens when you never unplug? You become a ghost in your own life, busy, but not alive, connected, but not whole. To be truly human, you must learn to log out, not just from the internet, but from the need to always be somewhere else. Because the most important connection has nothing to do with Wi-Fi. It begins when you pause, when you breathe, when you finally come home to yourself. Because coming home to yourself means remembering what it feels like to just be. Not productive, not efficient, not impressive, just present. You start to notice things. The rhythm of your heartbeat, the warmth of sunlight through a window, the way a single thought can bloom into a story when given enough space to grow. You remember that you are not a machine, not built to run 24/7, not designed for endless output. You are a living, breathing soul, meant to rest, to dream, to wander without a map. So take the risk. Close the tab, mute the noise, power down, and in that silence, you just might hear the voice you've been drowning out all along.
If this made you pause, if you're drawn to deeper truths and quiet strength, then you're in the right place. Like, subscribe, and keep exploring with us. See you in the next one.